Last time I shared how I hit rock bottom at 2:47 in the morning as a founder. But here is the question everyone has been asking since I shared that video. And everyone has been asking, what happened next? Or what happened after? How did you actually rebuild? Or how do you rebuild when everything feels broken? So today, I'm going to share the honest truth about what happened next, what happened after. I'm going to talk about, the turning points, the steps I took, and of course, the lessons that might help you if you are facing your rock bottom moment right now. You see, when I told my team the truth, I thought it was the end, but actually, instead that moment became the starting of something I didn't expect. Because what happened after the rock bottom changed my life. I mean, it changed my life completely. You see, hitting the rock bottom was not the scariest thing. No, no, no. It wasn't the scariest thing. The scariest part of it was admitting that I needed help. There's a men don't admit that they need help. Okay. As a founder, we are trained to look unshakable, to carry everything, to soldier on, carry the whole weight quietly, and not complain at all. But the moment I stopped pretending and finally told the team the truth, that was when everything started to shift. Like I said in my last video, I expected that, people to be angry. I expected disappointment. I expected people working at, on me. But instead, the team, they actually leaned in. One person literally said, finally, we can now stop pretending that everything is fine and actually fight together as a team. When I heard that statement, it hit me. Because up till now, I just thought leadership meant shielding everyone, carrying everything by yourself, But in that moment, I realized people don't follow perfect leaders. Now, wish I can say it again. People don't follow perfect leaders. They follow honest ones. Now, I want to talk to you about the struggle and the steps that we took. Let me be very clear. Telling the truth didn't magically fix everything. Not at all. But we still lost clients. That's correct. We still had to cut, back expenses. There were nights I wasn't sure we would make payroll. But something changed fundamentally. I wasn't carrying the weight alone anymore. And that's huge. And that gave us the strength to rebuild. Okay, here is what we actually did after the rock bottom. Are you ready? Number one, we simplified. We simplified things. We stopped, chasing every shiny opportunity that comes. And we doubled down. We concentrated on serving the right clients. Number two, we cut out the noise. No more growth at all cost mindset. No. We cut it out. We, prioritized stability. Stability first. Survival before vanity metrics. Number three, we opened communication. Weekly check-ins. No sugarcoating. Brutal honesty became our culture. Number four, we celebrated small wins. You see, when you are rebuilding, every tiny renewal is worth, cheering, is worth celebrating. That kept the morale alive. That kept the morale high. Number five, I redefined leadership. I stopped trying to be invincible. Instead of pretending that I never failed, all I did, I stood in front of my team and admitted when I did and kept leading anyway. And they appreciated that. Okay, my friend, if you're still here listening to me, I want to appeal to you to, support by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and put on the notification. Okay, let's get deeper into this. I want to talk to you about the lessons I learned. Stick around. It might help you. You see, looking back, here is what rock bottom taught me. Number one, failure doesn't destroy you, but hiding it can destroy you. You see, when you hide failure, it festers. In fact, it isolates you because you are trying to hide and manage things by yourself. But when you bring it in the open, you take away its power. You see, your team, your peers, these people you really care about, they can handle the truth more than you think. Yeah. Number two, routine is medicine when everything feels chaotic. You see, when the business felt out of control, the only thing I could control was my habits. You see, showing up to exercise, journaling, even getting proper sleep. These small routines kept me grounded. They kept me going. They didn't fix the business, not at all, but they fixed me. That's right. They fixed me enough to face the challenge ahead. Number three, your team doesn't need to be flawless. Stop looking for a flawless team. All they need to be is real. Okay? The moment I dropped the act of being the perfect founder, I built trust. Authenticity creates connection, and connection, fuels loyalty. You see, real leaders are not the ones who never, fall. No, not at all. They are the ones who admit when they fall, they admit and they keep leading anyway. Number four, success is not just revenue. We all like big numbers. We all like the numbers. Success is not just revenue. Before, I used to think that success meant growth charts and praise from investors. How about resilience? Surviving tough quarters, holding the team together, showing up again the next day. That's the true measure of a business that lasts. You see, resilience is that asset you have, but it doesn't show in the balance sheet. They don't put it in the balance sheet, but yet it's important. Number five, restarting small is better than staying stuck. Hear me. Restarting small is better than staying stuck. You see, at the rock bottom, I wanted a massive comeback. Yeah, so that everybody will know and hear that I have come back in a big way. Not at all. It didn't happen that way. The big leaps were not possible. What did I do? I took small steps. One new client, one new habit, one clear win at a time. You see, momentum doesn't come from big moves. No. It comes from consistent small ones. And when you put them together, they eventually compound and become a big one. Okay? So those lessons rebuilt not just the company, it rebuilt me. That's all right. He rebuilt me as the founder. Okay, here is my call to action for you. Whether you're a founder or not, if you are in your rock bottom moment right now, whether you're staring at a spreadsheet that doesn't make sense, whether you're looking at your inbox and wondering, or your bank account and you're wondering if you have gotten anything left, everything seems to be empty, I've come to tell you, yes, you have got something left. Rock bottom you have got. Rock bottom is not the end. It is the raw material for your next beginning. Rock bottom, yes, is your raw material for your next level. So you have got something left. Remember, when you restart, you see, your restart doesn't need to be perfect. No. You just need to start. And the time to start is now. If this has connected with you, why don't you drop a comment? Tell me, what is that one step you could take today to start your own rebuild? I want to hear from you. And if you missed the first part of this story we started in the last video, I will drop the link, somewhere there or there. You will see the link, because this is the only, the beginning of your, your major comeback. Your comeback story. This is the beginning. My friend, please, can you show your support by giving this video a thumbs up? Okay? I mean, pressing there, not just giving it physically. And subscribe to the channel and put on the notification. And I want to thank you sincerely. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.